you're looking for a pet that'll show you a little affection, you probably wouldn't think of the snake, a cold-blooded creature. But look at this guy. He is giving me a big old hug. That is what pythons do. They squeeze.
That's how they crush their prey. A quick look back through the years shows that as part of my job at National Geographic, I've been squeezed, but not yet crushed, by hundreds of pythons and other constrictors.
It's a slithery, scaly, skin-crawling adventure.
I've also had to hold a few venomous snakes as well. Whether deadly or harmless, repulsive or irresistible, from the time of Adam and Eve, serpents have cast a spell on humans. Occasionally, they cause both fascination and fear in the same family.
They are amazing animals. It's just, I'm a little scared of them.
Tim Nance's passion for snakes is clearly not shared by his wife, Miranda.
You know, he had them before we... Don't squeezing. He had a couple, but that one wants to bite me.
Tim keeps his snakes in file drawers in his home office.
This is a lesser platinum.
Perhaps the appropriate place for a hobby he sees as a business. He plans to breed more and sell them.
Which bred to another lesser platinum will create a white snake with blue eyes.
So, even though I don't like them, I guess they'll be around for a while.
Any snake might qualify as an exotic pet to the reptile phobic, but collectors are often more discriminating. They prefer ones with rare color and pattern variations, not usually found in nature, like this ball python with large blocks of white scales, or this new on the market all-white model. The most common mutations are probably the yellow or albino Burmese and reticulated pythons, snakes first introduced to the market by breeder Bob Clark.
I remember clearly one day thinking, you know, if I could breed these, I could have more. And then at some point after that, if I could sell them, I could make some money too. And snakes and money together, that's good for me.
I would say I've got the tail end of the snake, but actually the tail end has me. He is wrapped tight around my leg and my hand.
Really, you should have probably have somebody with you when you handle a snake that is this big. Just got a little snake brain, and if you get involved in a misdirected feeding response, it might not be so good for you.
Some advice for the novice python collector. If you feed them, they will grow and grow and grow. This is me a few years ago with one of Bob's giants. At 300+ pounds, it's one of the largest captive snakes in the world. However, it's not size, but colors. Strange colors that keep Bob's business booming. In the wild, most pythons with these bright markings wouldn't survive.
It's a little bit, he's coming out. Yeah, in fact, I bet we could kind of encourage that a little bit if we...
But here, in Bob's incubators, they don't need their natural camouflage. So he hatches thousands of snakes a year and ships them all over the world.
Here's a snake that lays 53 eggs every year, and it may do that for 20 years. 2 of them have to survive. So you know there's a lot of mortality.
In the wild.
In the wild. In the wild,
most of those
they
die.
all survive.
Bob's best-selling snakes are genetic oddities, which has an understandable appeal to the collector of rare things. But how do you explain the obsession of Leo Alcantara Lopez, other than the danger factor?
When you own venomous snakes, it's not if you get bitten, but when you're gonna get bitten.
I've been bitten by one of these, and it is very painful.
And it bit me right in the middle of the, between the 2 bones on the finger. So it stays like that. It's like a souvenir. It's like a little claw.
Well, when I met him, he had one, and I thought it was very weird. You know, because most of the people had a pet like a cat or a dog, not a snake.
An important point, Leo's family only handles the non-venomous snakes in his collection.